Okay, Anne, you spent quite a bit of time in Australia recently, so why don't you talk about that?
I really liked living in Australia. I was an international student and I studied education at the University of Sydney. And living in Sydney was fantastic because I could go to the beach anytime I wanted, and there was a great nightlife in Sydney. There were lots of great clubs, and people were very, very friendly and easygoing, and I met a lot of international people living in Sydney.
Mm-hmm. How long were you there?
I was there for almost a year.
Oh, okay.
And I traveled a little bit in Australia.
Okay.
I went up the East Coast, up to Fraser Island, which is a World Heritage Site, and I saw dingoes running along the beach and sharks in the water. We climbed cliffs and went through a rainforest and went camping. And then we went up to the Whitsundays, which is a bit further north. And the further north you go in Australia, the hotter it gets. So we were able to go swimming in the ocean, and I went diving for the first time, but it was a little bit risky because I didn't have a diving license.
Oh.
So I went on an introductory dive, and I saw a giant clam that had a really spongy purple inside that I was able to touch, and then the clam closed up really quickly.
So did you lose your finger?
Almost.
Almost. You're lucky. It's funny, you go in the water and you think, you worry about sharks, not clams.
Exactly.
Will you be going back to Australia soon?
I'd like to go and live there for at least another year.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I'll go back to Sydney, or I might go down to Melbourne,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a really interesting cultural city. They have a lot of museums and parks.
Okay, you got to choose real quick. Only one city. Montreal or Sydney? Which do you choose?
Sydney, without a doubt.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.